Hello. Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me. It looks like you can. This is S-Rank, the only home of video games, etc. And we're trying this stream again. So last week on Saturday, we tried to do this stream here, playing Dead or Alive. I dropped something on the floor for the Sega Saturn. It's only available in Japanese, but I own a copy here. And having massive performance issues with the video game. And I went through, and I deleted that stream. Actually, it's technically private. I haven't deleted it yet. But anyway, it's not available for viewing. But I was having so many troubles with this game performance-wise, where just it felt so slow and unoptimized, even though I had tested it before. Granted, it was maybe like a month or two, previously, but it was super smooth and all that. I was very confused. Until I then tinkered more with RetroArch and threw up a frame counter and realized, oh, it was just dropping frames like crazy. And also, as soon as I ended that stream, it went super smooth. Because, as I looked in Task Manager, OBS, which uses a lot of my CPU power, was now actually taking away resources from RetroArch, which, for Sega Saturn, over there, it needed more than the other, emulators I guess I use. I don't know. I've streamed GameCube and Wii and PS2, but I guess I've never really paid attention to how intensive they are. Sega Saturn's a very weird system. Emulation requires significantly more oomph to overcompensate and brute force the weirdness of the Saturn compared to its contemporaries of the era. I know that, but and I know my CPU is from 2018. Damn, that's my PC is 8 years old. I really need to replace this thing. But I knew all that. But even still, I didn't feel like it should really be chugging that slowly. And I've chalked that up to happenstance. It happens sometimes. I noticed when streaming or whatnot, or especially on the standby screen, it'll slow down, or I'll notice I'll be dropping frames, or I will notice in Task Manager CPU usage, or it's going way up there. So I thought, you know what? Let's try the stream again, and just hope that it'll be different. I've literally done nothing. We've just tried again. I guess the one difference is this time, maybe I didn't have the game open ahead of time. I feel like I did. I would have. But anyway, I have the frame counter up on the screen now. You won't be able to see it. It's cut off. But imagine it's in the top right corner. There it is, in the black space. Because it's 4x3, so it's pillar boxed on my screen, and I've just chopped the black bars off for you guys. But it's there, and it is not at 60. It'll go up into the 60s and then down into the low 50s, sometimes even in the 40s. And you can kind of hear it in the music. But it is significantly better than what it was like while playing last time I tried this. So I'm going to continue to give this a shot. In any case, for those that are watching this stream and haven't watched the previous two Dead or Alive or whatever streams, I'm going through every single version of every single game of Dead or Alive. We're going to play the story modes if there is them, you know what I mean? And then just the arcade modes for Kasumi, Tina, and Hyabusa. For Hyabusa, my goal is to master the Izuna Drop. I really want to learn how to do that. And we are here on the Sega Saturn, which, unlike the arcade version, actually has a training mode for us to attempt that. And yeah, starting to play this, it is dipping down into the 40s. That is crazy. The only other thing I can think of really would be to not stream it and record it. That's not fun. Right? That's not as fun. You gotta be here. Hello, Brett in chat. I saw you. I was talking at the time, so I didn't respond. But hello. Yes, let's go DOA 1 on the Sega Saturn. That's right. I know Brett's a big fan. Unfortunately for the kind of embarrassing reasons, not the cool reasons. How the hell is anyone supposed to be able to press all three of these buttons without just doing this? Because on the Saturn pad, they are laid out in a line. You know what I mean? So it's not like Tekken where, like, yeah, your thumb can, like, press all 4 of the face buttons. Anyway. Let's give this a try. We're going to do arcade mode here. Sorry, I wanted to go to exit mode. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I mean, on this screen where there is no 3D elements, we're sitting at 59 point something to 60 point something all the time. Okay, let's give it a shot. And also this morning I ordered a PlayStation 1 version of this game for us to play next month. Oof. Yeah, no, the same thing was happening. I'm just gonna have to try to live with it. I won't be making any clips out of this, unfortunately. Like, maybe I will. Because the problem is it isn't... it's not dropping frames. I guess with extremely precise editing, you could undo the slowdown and get everything to be in sync, but, like, you would be adjusting this on the fly more than 5 times a second, so, like, it's not feasible. Yeah, I mean, this is about as performant as it was before. But then I look over at Task Manager, CPU usage at 58%. So I don't really get it. I don't get it. But yeah, like, as soon as I stop with, well, okay. Here's the thing. I know for a fact it is OBS and RetroArch here competing for resources. I know that for a fact. Because when I stopped the stream last time I tested this, instant smooth. Instant. And it stayed that way. Like I said before. Oh. That's not good. So Task Manager not reflecting that, I think, is more so a side effect of probably the state of Windows 11 and all of the slop that it's currently going through. I mean, the fact that Task Manager itself apparently needs to use 4% CPU right now and 70 megabytes of memory is crazy to me. Task Manager should be lean AF as a program. I'm like barely paying attention here to the game, so I'm gabbing. And the constantly fluctuating frame rate is not helping. Let's do our... That's right, you only bounce once, and if you press... Is it all 3 buttons? There's some combination of buttons you press. If you press it before you hit the danger zone, you won't bounce. Oh! Anyway, we're trying this. I mean, it is mostly okay. And also, oh, well, you wouldn't have been able to tell because I deleted that stream, but the resolution aspect is not something we're going to be able to change. This is running at original Saturn resolution, and you can see the different lines there on... It's just, I guess, how the Saturn handled 3D. I've never played an actual Sega Saturn. This is the first Saturn game I've ever purchased. Oh, I didn't mean to throw. I wanted to do, that. Anyway, first Sega Saturn game I've ever purchased. And I wouldn't be able to run this on an American Saturn anyway without modding it. But modding it is what I would want to do. Because there are, you know, as as a disk-based machine pre-hard drive. If you want to basically do the equivalent of a flash cart, where you just have every game available without having to, like, putting discs in, you'd have to replace the disk drive with is an ODE, I believe, is that what they're called? An acronym for basically replacing an actual disk drive itself with an SD card reader that then, you know, interfaces with the board the way that the CD laser does. But I did see one more recent version of that mod that didn't actually rip out the disk drive, so you could still use the actual disk drive. You could put an actual, like, disk into your Saturn and still run it like normally. Like, maybe you had to, like, flip a switch or something in the back. But there's also a mod for the Saturn, a physical mod people have for the Saturn, that is a region switch. Which is neat. And then there's the standard, like, the fact that the Saturn had, it had a continuously powered, SD RAM, I believe? Some sort of RAM, some memory, that was being used at all times to back up your saves. This was a machine that didn't have memory cards like the PlayStation did. It just saved it to actual memory on the board, dedicated save memory or whatever. And you really gotta be fast with that follow-up if you want to get the free. No. So there's a mod that replaces the SD RAM with newer RAM that doesn't need to be have a current going through it. Basically, because eventually the battery dies, right? The little watch battery that powers the whole thing. So there's a mod for that. I was reading a lot about Saturn mods during a period where, like, yeah, there's no way in hell I could afford to buy, like, spending like $600, $700 or whatever on a fully modded Saturn. Oof, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Oh, we didn't get to see it at the end there. So yeah, sorry about the audio. I'm hearing it the exact same way. It is the fact that everything is being slowed down. And in my test, I tried so many different, there's like 4 Saturn emulator cores in RetroArch. I'm using the best one, Beetle Saturn. But tried all of them. There is no, like, no! There is no better way to do this, unfortunately. We'll get through this, and this is the only Saturn game we'll be streaming a part of this series, so... next month will be the PlayStation 1 version, which I did purchase this morning. It should arrive in the mail next week. I meant to grab. And we'll be running that in DuckStation, which is super smooth and great. No, don't hit me. No. Did I actually do any damage? So yeah, if you're watching this and you want to see better Dead or Alive performance, hardware or whatever, subscribe. And next month, this next episode will be would be presented much better, as I'm going through every single version of each of these games. And this game has the most versions, because there's 2 arcade versions and 3 console versions. So there's the original Model 2, Sega Model 2 arcade board, for which this was initially on. I believe we played the one that came from Virtua Fighter. Because it was arcade operators would buy conversion kits. Like Dead or Alive conversion kits. There was 2 versions of the conversion kit for one of 2 different Sega games. And we used the one that was for Virtua Fighter 1. But anyway, there was that version. Then there is this version here for Saturn. This is the first console release. The PlayStation version, which adds Ayane, so that's 1 confirmed new character, but what's his name, who's the boss at the end of arcade mode here? He might be playable for the first time in that PlayStation version. I don't remember if that's exactly what I read, but then there's that. Then there's Dead or Alive Plus. Maybe it might even be referred to as Dead or Alive Plus Plus. But that's an arcade version that is on... Oh man, is it Namco's system? What's it called? Namco's arcade hardware was PlayStation-based. In partnership with PlayStation. Basically, imagine a PlayStation with, like, quadruple the video RAM. That's why, like, Tekken and the original Soul Blade looked so good in arcades, and then also still looked the same on PlayStation, is because it was the same hardware. Anyway, I believe it ran on that. If not, it ran on something similar, a PlayStation-based arcade machine. And then they kind of remade it for Xbox. There was that Dead or Alive Ultimate Collection, which was 1 and 2, remade for the Xbox. That Xbox version is based on this version of the game, because Itagake, apparently at the time, believed this version to be the best. And I guess, you know, of the 2 versions I played, this doesn't look as good as the Model 2 version in terms of polygon count. No! So, but I haven't played the PlayStation version yet, so I cannot compare. I'll have to put the bias aside on this performance. Oof. I tried to do a low hold there. No. Okay. Well, yeah, that's Dead or Alive 1, and then Dead or Alive 2 has 3 versions. No, there's 4 versions. Jeez, because there's the original hardware, or original arcade release based on it was the Naomi hardware. Naomi arcade machine set that was Dreamcast based. So then there's a Dreamcast version, and there's a PlayStation 2 version, which I have to Google and double check to make sure the Japanese and Western versions, which have different names, but is that indicator that they're any different? Because Japanese is just called Dead or Alive 2. America, we have it referred to as DOA 2 Hardcore. That just might be saying, like, hey, you played it in arcade, and this is like a hardcore version of it because it's the home console version. And then there's Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. So yeah, there's 4 versions of Dead or Alive 2. DOA 3 just has the 1 Xbox version. Dead or Alive 4 just has the 1 360 version. Dead or Alive 5 has 5 versions. We won't be playing more than that. We'll be playing... No, sorry, there's 6 versions. 7, technically. PS3 and 360, those are technically 2 versions, but they're 1. It's the same game. The Vita version, which is unique. The initial PS3 and 360 re-release, so I guess that is 4 and 5. And then Ultimate... Or no, that was 4 and 5. Last Round, which is... initially on 360 and PS3. So that's 6 and 7. Zoomers. I know that's like a Gen Alpha thing. And then there's a version of that on Xbox One and PS4. So that is There's 9 versions of 5. We're playing the original PS3 version, the Vita version, and then probably maybe Ultimate on PS3, and then Last Round on PS4, maybe. And then Dead or Alive 6 has 2. The second version, the re-release on PS5 and Xbox, I think on Xbox Series X, comes out in like the summer. But then we're also going to do all the weird spin-offs in between, which some of them will be hefty to finance. Because they stopped selling some of those spin-offs in the West here, and they're like not even digitally. So to get a physical copy, which I believe has English, at least text options, I doubt that they did English voices. Those are still pricey, man. I'm looking at like a $70 purchase for one of the Pervy games. You know what I mean? And there's like multiple. So that's why this is monthly, so I can actually afford to expense these at a timely manner. Alright, I gotta pay attention now. I've been kind of just button mashing. In a way, the low frame rate, I think, is maybe kind of helping the reaction time, because it's not like it's skipping frames. I wanted to punch him before he could do anything. Actually, I do kind of find it funny that it ends before I can reach the thing. I'm excited. I did get, I believe I got the Naomi version of 2 tested and working. But I definitely have the Dreamcast version working. I guess the question is, can I get Naomi to run at a higher resolution? I don't think I can. I can get the Dreamcast and PS2 versions to run better. And I haven't really done much Xbox testing. And I haven't done any 360 testing. I have the 360 we could do. But I also know that they're backwards compatible. So if I get the discs, which I will be, might be able to run that on a Series S, not a Series S, an Xbox One S. Oh damn, that's not fair. Okay, you're not really allowed to hit me like that many times. True. So yeah, this is definitely more than a year, right? No, I thought I did that. Damn. No! Yeah, in the intro there, it dips down into the 30s. But again, it's not that the frame rate is getting lower, it's slowdown. I hit you more. Oh, okay. Damn, some of these throws. Yeah, do right back to you. Yeah. What? Oh, she countered it. Slap your ankle and you die. Okay. They read your input, man. They know when you're going to hold. If you haven't punished them already. That's the key thing. If you haven't punished them recently, or if you have punished them recently and you try to do it again, or too many times in a row, try to do just the hold, they counter with a grab. Same thing with the arcade version. Oh. Oh no! I was trying to grab, but then she got out of it. Because again, like a lot of, you know, fighting games, 3D fighting games more specifically, if you can input the grab within a few frames of them doing the grab on you, you break out. But that's something you have to practice, and not a lot of people, not a lot of casuals ever practice that, myself included. That's why, like, you know, Tekken 8 comes out, and you're seeing veteran King players go online and just keep rolling dudes over and over with King's, like, extremely long throw after throw after throw that you're just stuck into if you don't know how to get out of it, which is easy if you know and have just generally practiced, but... And what's also, like, annoying, too, this, only one of these Saturn emulator cores had an option for frame skipping. So you'd imagine, okay, you're struggling, just skip frames, you know what I mean, as opposed to, slowing down. But that didn't work. Clearly, because I had tried, like, all of those options. I did think about, like, well, do I have another machine that I could either run OBS on, which it would be chugging. Like, my older computers are... If this computer is 8 years old, granted, top of the line for 8 years ago, but if this computer is 8 years old, I got one that's from, like, 2011 that's running Windows 10 very, very poorly. I got a shitty-ass laptop from 2013. That was a Windows 7 machine that transferred into 8, to 8.1, into 10. It can't even go online, so it'd have to be the one that runs the game. I don't really have another machine that could actually run this, besides, I guess, maybe my phone. I'm not doing that. And then I'd have to, like, you know, somehow transfer the video over. Alright, don't fuck this up, Ethan. I fucked this up. Yep, punished that. Okay. Okay. First round. Me. What? No. No. It's the inconsistency is getting to me. Thought maybe we could trade that back and forth. Hey, there we go. I forgot what this guy's name is. Oda? Odon? Rido. Rido. That's his name. Rido. Stop doing this shit. What the fuck, man? Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. F. No, I pressed that button. God damn, yo. Ugh. Went to go block that, but then I did a kick at the end, so let's try to get this done. Woo! I can do that too. Thanks for reminding me it's a move. Oh, no. No! I don't know how much more of this I can take. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, got around. Oh, I pressed the button. I guess I was just in recovery frames. Oh, God. Don't stop on my head. No! I was doing the downwards kick thing, but he had a jab that was faster. Okay. Punished for my first move. With a 50% health. Whatever, I mean, he's the end of arcade boss, and he's not, Even I'm sure in the PlayStation version where he is playable, he doesn't need to be fair. You know what I mean? That definitely happened. We're like, yeah, your secret boss that you can unlock is not fair. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that should kill if that happened to you in real life. Watch, like, imagine her head and her neck. Like, you're just dead. You're just dead. Damn. Greedy Saturn games might not be streamed on this channel. Just in general. Like with retro rotation. I don't know if we're going to be doing that. Actually, don't even know if any of them are on our lists. Yeah, that's right. Didn't even get me down to the A in my name. Alright, first round. I got 2 chances here. Oh! Oh, fuck! Fuck! Yeah, I tried. I got him low. He's under half. Oh, yeah, I knew he was going to do a throw. All right. Honestly, with all this slowdown now, I don't know if we're going to be able to do a Tina and Hyabusa. Might go into training mode with them, but I don't know if I can stomach running through characters I'm not as good as. You know what I mean with this slowdown. Because, you know, the game is slowing down. Again, these aren't, like, skipped frames here. The game is slowing down with the frame rate. So, obviously, that's messing up input timings like crazy. Oh, I should have held back. Oh, I'll take that. That was pretty smart. Nice, okay. Got a shot here. Got a shot here. Oh, he went through for a throw. Ugh. Oh, I won. So, for a second there. Okay. Alright. Is that her, I forgot, is that her I won the arcade mode pose and voice line? Now we get to watch the credits, which aren't a video file, so they're running... Oh. Oh, weird. Okay. E. E. 1. That's... This is wild. Is this what their run? They don't really have a run. Someone programmed like an 8-way run in Dead or Alive. They didn't need to do it like this, right? It could have just been you know what I mean? Just like the menu. But they decided to do like this is weird. Imagine like a Tekken Force Dead or Alive. All right. We'll give a Tina arcade mode run shot. And then Hyabusa. We'll see just how long we're going with Tina. We might just, like, cut it loose and then do Hyabusa. With all the slowdown, you know? movie staff. So, like, wait, are we gonna see, because we completed arcade mode, you gonna see a thing, or is this the case where, like, you only get to see the ending scene if you, do it kind of flawlessly, or you know what I mean? Something like that. Or they just mean this? 'Cause that's CG. It's using the, well, that actually just might be the Model 2. No, I don't know. I can't tell. Like, it's a video file that they're playing, for sure. I can tell because the frame rate is 5960 back and forth. I think these are Model 2 graphics. They're cheating. You don't have a sword. Or just back at the main menu. Extra config open. Oh. We have unlockables. Okay. Do it a small. Okay, arcade mode. Tina, let's go. It's the same characters in order for every character. This version, as well as, you know, the original Model 2. That's right, our dropkick. Oh! That's right, it's small. That's right. So it's cool that this stuff applies to the arcade mode. Okay, that's what all three of her buttons do. So maybe we can just kind of cruise through it this way. I guess a large ring, you know, would be significantly bigger than the normal. Yeah, it'd be cool to see this running at a higher resolution. I couldn't get that to work, but in one of the cores that did have that as an option, Yasarobe, I think it was called. One of the Saturn emulated cores. It just kind of made everything bigger and then slowed everything way the fuck down. So. But, you know, it would also be cool if Tecmo Koei. Is it Tecmo Koei or Koei Tecmo? Is it a Bandai Namco situation where, like, the name we know far less is the one that gets top billing? Despite actually the company, I believe, initially being called Namco Bandai when they first merged. But they're basically Bandai with the Namco properties at this point. Anyway, Tecmo and Koei. Tecmo Koei, Koei Tecmo. I think it's Koei Tecmo. It'd be cool if you just made a collection of these. Just put them in HD. I mean, so like the lazy thing would be like an executive would be like, you know, that isn't necessarily like a Harada that gets to make the calls. Would be like, well, the Xbox versions have the higher graphics, so of 1 and 2, so let's just do that. Versus like a more digital Eclipse idea of being like, here's all all of them. You know what I mean? Here's multiple versions of games. So it would be cool to have this version, the Model 2 version, the PlayStation version, and, you know, Xbox Ultimate. Damn. Damn! No. I'll try that again. Oh, maybe I'm not. I'm trying to be goofy here. I also hate Jan Lee with a passion. I find him obnoxious that this Bruce Lee knockoff is, of all of the Bruce Lee knockoffs in fighting games. You have Marshall and Forrest Law from Tekken. You have what's his name from Street Fighter 2, who's in 4. Jan Lee is the most, like, I mean, it's hard to tell over the slowdown on audio here, but he's the most, like, yelly. Marshall Law is a cool dude. And his son Forrest Law keeps getting into motorcycle accidents, which is funny. Okay. Oh! No, don't put me against the wall or against the edge. No! Okay, I'm still alive. Never mind. Never mind. She should do that to me instead. I need to crack my back. No, that was a misfire. No. Okay, she didn't know. The AI didn't do the follow-up. Not that I know the follow-up. That just pushed them out. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. No! Wait, what? Okay, something happened there. Something happened. I meant to do A, B, and C, not A and B, which is hold and punch. B is kick. What's taunt? Is it A and C? So stupid. They roll all the way. No, 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 no. Well, he fell out too, and I had more health at the time, so... Damn. Man, I can't wait to play this with not all the slowdown. There's retro achievements for this version of this game, which I think I got one for beating arcade mode. I wasn't really paying attention. But not streaming this game would certainly help with that. Oh. No. But maybe I could, like, time it to hit him on the way down, but I don't think, then I realized I probably wouldn't have enough time. Okay. Hey, I mean, this is the penultimate round. This is certainly easier on a smaller thing, because you can do the ring outs. I wasn't ready. Like, did not have my right hand on the controller at all. I was like in the process of doing this. Got my hands on it like this. Go! Ow. Oh, I really thought that would work. I mean, it looked like it hit her head, so like, I don't know if she was like ducking at that time. Oh. 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 No! I was supposed to do that to you. I feel like my jab should have done more in that matchup there. Oh. Like watching her head quickly snap to like look at the character. Oh, I won. How? I fell out first. That's odd. Okay. Alright, that was a great follow-up to being countered. Hi. Alright, I wasn't gonna work the second time. No bueno. God damn. And like I have not been able to pull off any throws at all. This I'm Kasumi here as opponent. I'm just not. Damn. All right. Went for the drop kick. His slowdown is making it so hard to like. Ugh. But this is doable. I guess. I mean, I got this far. I also did it with Kasumi, right? That's just a character I'm better at, though. Okay. Oof. I wanted to do a drop kick there. So there's a difference between pressing up, forward, and kick at the same time versus up, forward, and then kick while you're already in the air. There's two different moves. It read my hold. It read my hold. We might jump to Hyabusa. This is tough because like the frame rate, well, the game will slow down into the 30s, and it basically is staying in the 40s for the most part. Sometimes gets up into the 50s, often gets down into the 30s. With OBS running at the same time, I don't know. 3D Saturn games. Oh, no, let me have the round. Thank you. Let me have this one. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, her jump kick is faster than mine. Oh, no. Yes. Does Tina's, like, the text on the side of her pants say above board? This side says above. Watch, she's gonna turn around. It's hard to tell. That says above. Well, that's not fair. Yeah, it says board on the other side. Weird. Hey man, I know I'm wrestling, but this is all, there's no dirty tricks here. Oh, you know what? I think the PlayStation version adds Bass, or Bass, who is Tina's father. Maybe that's... Because I remember reading that the PlayStation version adds 2 characters, Ayane, and I thought Raido was the other one. But maybe it's Bass. Damn. Just damn. Ugh. I did 4 punch instead of regular punch, and she's just faster. Ow. Oh, you also, I noticed, with this version of this stage, the Saturn version of this stage, which might be true on the PlayStation, we'll find out next month, compared to the arcade version, this is not a 3D scene around us. This is just a picture. So we're not moving down like we were in the Model 2. Come on, just give me a round. We might be moving on. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Even the announcer said great. How did you grab me out of that? I wasn't even on the ground. Or I wasn't even, like, standing. I was in the process of falling. And pulled me out of that into... Oh! Take it. I'll take it. Alright. Let's beat Raido. So mad. Look at him. No, don't ring me out. Oh, God. That does so much. I have one, too. Okay. Alright. This slowdown is just... I am surprised I got this far. I'm surprised we beat Kasumi at all. I'm surprised I got to Raido with the game performing like this. Like the perfect counter to what I opened with. I went for a low sweep, and he did his jumping kick, which... Man. Yeah. Ow. Knee straight into the back like that. Alright. Oh. I knew he was gonna do that, so I went to go do a... Yeah, it's just gonna kill. Oh, I was looking at his health bar too. But yeah, it was definitely gonna kill me. I had a sliver. What is this? Damn. Found the cheat move. Okay, well. See, the AI tries to punish you for doing the same thing twice in a row, whether that's strikes, throws, or holds. So you just alternate between the strike, and then you do a hold, and then you do, like, granted, you know, whatever. He's still getting me. But that's what I've noticed. That's how I got that first round. God. Rolling my thumbs over the buttons there. Like and subscribe. Please. Oof, he did a low. Oh. I'll take it. Again, see? You do it once, back up. A hold is his kick or whatever. Okay, well. Yeah, that says board clear as day. Paints say above board. Weird. Alright, well, that's 2 characters. I wasn't expecting to beat any arcade modes with the slowdown here, but we did 2 of them. Oh, right. We have our 8-way run. E. 1. Yeah, because they don't have run animations in this game. It's a step forward. It's not a run. They get runs later, don't get me wrong. Maybe this is part of the inspiration. Like, man, let's make a run animation. Weird. Alright, let's do Hyabusa now. I like how it's an explosion and she falls over? What? Here's your victory. You died. Okay, we can see Itagake's name anywhere? Or is he not going to be credited because this is just a port? I'm looking out. I don't see his name unless he used a pseudonym. Weird. Either I just didn't catch it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Itagaki. Yeah. Just keeping his. There you go. Let's have our names be up when all the cool shit's on screen. Max Naka. Designed by Team Ninja. That's right. Alright. Let's do Hyabusa now. See how far we get with him. True Motion must be some sort of video codec they used for Saturn. Oh, new costume. Okay. So does that mean we have costume 2 for characters? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could make it. That's funny. I didn't notice that. I guess I could make no limit. All right, I want to see what. Yeah, let's do very hard, but I have infinite health, and they have no health. And let's put no limit on that. Let's quick select. Let's see what this is like. See how much the CPU kicks my ass to no avail. Yeah, I have infinite health. I could still get wrung out, though. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. That's goofy. We won't use options like these for the future ones. Just compensating for the fact that the slowdown in this is unreal. Yeah, okay, so I guess that is interesting. You could play this with both players having infinite health, but you can still ring each other out. And you choose the small stage to make that more possible. And there you go. It's about just carrying, kind of like Smash Brothers, I guess, but good. I have nothing against Smash Brothers. I just don't really care for it. Still doesn't mean I didn't buy all the DLC in the last 2 versions of the game that had DLC. And owned most of the amiibos. There's a few I don't have. I gotta get them. Oh, I did the wrong. Great test! Okay, I'm sure it says greatest because that's 2 rounds for the whole match where you had perfects. Yo, oh, you're on very hard. Do the whole thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, what's his ABC? Does he not have one? He's just doing a punch. Yeah, Hyabusa doesn't have a hold, punch, and kick at the same time. ABC, whatever. Huh. Wild. I mean, I gave him small health. Alright, so we'll clean this up. Sorry that this wasn't as exciting of a stream. I would do a lot more, and I wouldn't be playing this final round with all these handicaps on. If I could get the Saturn performance better while OBS is running. Like I said, I close the stream, I shut OBS off, this game starts running silky smooth. And it doesn't jump up and down between 30 and 50 frames per second. But the game is slowing down to those. No, don't ring me out. That's my first loss. This was a flawless arcade run. But when we go back next month, when we're playing the PlayStation version, which I will definitely have. I'm getting it next week in the mail. Damn, they won. You know what? We're gonna give it to them. We're gonna give it to them. Let's watch Hyabusa bleed out or whatever. Oh no, he's not laying on the ground. Well, thank you guys for watching. This was a short stream, an hour and 20. Why not? Like I said, if you enjoyed the idea of this, there's better versions of this stream that will come, of this series, Dead or Alive or whatever. Then pretty please, when I turn this off here, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. We do a lot of things here on S-Rank, including I have a RPG series stream tomorrow. And then next week will be a fishing stream on Saturday. Every Sunday is a trophy hunting stream. Devin and I and David do podcasts every single week. There might not actually be one that comes up on Sunday. We'll see. Devin does movie reviews and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff on the channel, so please give us a subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Outro.